All right, this is not 3D, but it is not quite 2D either. So what you are seeing right now is known as 2.5D video, and essentially it starts with a single picture, but later with AI we can add some depth to it. We can also add some camera movement effect. It's almost like the camera is moving in that space, even though it's not possible because it is a picture. But again, with AI we can create this nice effect. It's adding some depth to the content. It's also making it somewhat more believable, more cinematic, more engaging, and you can use the content later on your social media account, your website, your product photo, your business, etc. And the way to achieve this is now becoming easier and cheaper. In fact, you don't have to pay for anything because there is a project that lets us to create this effect locally with our computer. So the model, the AI model that we are going to utilize is actually very small. It is no more than 50 megabytes. And this is, I would say, I prefer to call it a primitive AI. This is actually exists before we have ChatGPT, Gemini, AI model for video and image generation. This is far simpler than that, so you don't have to worry if you don't have a beefy computer to create this effect locally on your computer. Now, the tool that we are going to utilize to create this workflow is ComfyUI. Now, disclaimer, I'm not an expert on this program, and also I'm not really a big fan because ComfyUI is generally created for technical people, for people who are very smart, but I'm not. But I was able to piece together the simplest workflow I could find that is able to turn a picture into a 2.5D video as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So let me show you how you can create a workflow like this, and then later how you can turn your static image into a really cool 2.5D video in just a few minutes. So first, you have to open Google and search for stability matrix. This is a program that I do recommend to easily install ComfyUI. Okay, here in the search result on Google, you can open this GitHub page, and you can download the program to your computer. You can choose depending the version depending on your system. It is available for Windows, Linux, and macOS. Just download the one based on your system, and after that, you can launch the program. So if you are opening Stability Matrix for the first time, it will ask you like if you want to enable portable mode. I do recommend to enable that, and also you can skip the analytics share. You can also skip the first time onboarding process, and after that you have to navigate to a menu called packages, and then click add package, and then search for ComfyUI. So that's a tool that we are going to use. Just open that page and then click install. Now, the reason why I often recommend people to just use Stability Matrix to install various AI tools like ComfyUI or let's say Stable Diffusion Web UI is because it's just one click install. Just click the button and wait until it finishes. This is way simpler than the traditional method. Okay, so after that, after ComfyUI has been installed to your system, you can go back and then go back again and click this launch button on ComfyUI to start using it. So just wait for a few seconds for it to initialize, and later you can open the platform via a web browser. There should be a URL somewhere down here. Okay, there you go. To see the GUI, go to this, just click the URL, and this is ComfyUI. It should be empty actually. So this is ComfyUI, and well, we need to install a few things. We have to install a few extensions on ComfyUI before we can start generating or creating this workflow. Okay, so you can start a new blank canvas on ComfyUI like this one. And let's go to extensions. And then there are a few things that you need to install. So number one, search for depth flow. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, depth flow. Hit enter and install the one from this user Akats, and this is actually the same project that I showcased earlier on this GitHub page. It is the same thing, but it's easier to install that this way. And just install and then just wait until it finishes. And then the second thing that you have to install is the AI model. It's called Depth Anything. Depth Anything version 2. Hit enter. And you can install this version from the user called this one Kijai, and just wait until it finishes. And thirdly, this is the last one, you have to install Video Helper Suite. Okay, just install this one from this user called Cosing. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is the one that you can download and install. Just wait until the installation process is finished, and after that, you need to restart ComfyUI. So you can go back to stability metrics and then click the restart button to restart ComfyUI. But I do recommend to just close it. Let me just stop it first and then close it and then open it again. Because sometimes, at least from my experience, it can have some problem when you are just restarting ComfyUI. So for me, at least, I prefer to just stop it and then relaunch the ComfyUI program normally again. Just click the launch button and just wait until it finishes. All right, just wait for it. When you can see the URL, it means it has been fully launched. All right, this is the URL. I'm going to minimize this. And well, you can just refresh the page. And we are ready to start creating this workflow that later can turn a picture into a 2D video. Okay, so step number 1, you have to add a node called load image. Click this, click nodes, and then search for load image. And yeah, under Comfy nodes, you can select this and then add that node right here. It should be empty. Okay, so this is the first node, and after that we have to add another node called Depth Anything version 2. I'm going to type Depth Anything version 2. So this is the one under the extension section, and let's add that right here. And well, we have to connect them together. So you have to click this, connect this load image with Depth Anything, and then we have to connect Depth Anything. So there is this dot that says the model, Depth Anything model. I'm going to click it and then drag it anywhere. So it should recommend you to add this at this node, but you can also just manually search that node. It's called download and load. Yeah, download and load Depth Anything. It's same thing basically. Just click it, and then we can connect them together. So right here, we have the option to choose the model, but I will talk about that later. For now, let's move on. Let's add more nodes, but basically just connect them together. And then on the next node that we have to add is called depth flow. So let's go to this menu again, search for depth flow. Okay, under extensions, select this and put it here. Okay, now you can connect this with this, and also we have to connect this one, the load image node, with this. You know what, I'm going to move it slightly below so we can see them together. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. It should not be image to image from Depth Anything to depth flow. It has to be from image to depth map, whereas for the load image you have to connect image to image as well. Okay, sorry about that. Now the next thing is we have to add motion. So here in the node selector again, we can search for depth flow, and then down here under the preset section, you can choose the style, the movement style in the video that you want to apply. Like there is a zoom effect, dolly effect, there is also circle, there's also orbital, vertical, and horizontal. But let me try something like, my favorite is the zoom effect. It's just really cool. So I'll select that and I'll put it here. And I'm going to just connect depth flow motion to this motion. All right. And the next thing that we have to add is a node called video combine. So let's search for video combine. And under extensions, there is video combine. You can open it. You can click it, open it here, and then you have to connect this image to image. Okay, and yep, that's basically the whole thing. Yeah, like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes in total. It is very simple, I would say. And yeah, we are almost done, but let's tackle a few settings one at a time. So right here in the download and load adapt anything version 2 model, you can choose the model. And this can be quite confusing, but basically there is the one with S at the end, there's also B, there's also L, there's also G, and there are 2 other versions that we are going to ignore. But basically, S stands for small, B stands for base, and then L stands for large, G stands for giant, and there's also FP32, FP16, but for the sake of simplicity, bigger number means it's going to be better. Although during my testing, I couldn't see the difference. I have tried several models with different sizes and precision. They look the same, and I actually just stumbled upon this article that talks about that, and apparently it doesn't matter what version we're using, B, L, or G, the accuracy is basically almost the same. So I think you can get away with a small model. Like you can choose this one, Dev Anything version 2 small, FP16, which is only 48 megabytes, and I do recommend to start with that. And okay, the setting is the same, precision is auto. And after that, right here in the depth flow node, there are a few things that I usually like to change. You can keep it as default, but this is a setting that I'm going to use. So for the animation speed, I'll select 0.5 because I think it looks more cinematic. The FPS is 24, the same for, 24, the same for the output FPS is also 24. The number of frames is 120, so that means I can get 5-second video, assuming that first 1 second is 24 frames, and the quality, everything else is I'll just use the default settings. And here in the video combine, I will set the frame rate to be 24. That's the target. And for the format, let me select, I believe it was video H264. Yeah, this is the format that I will select. You can use a different one, but I'll just the one that I will select. And I'll disable save output. And here on the depth flow motion preset, you can actually play around with different settings, but if you are not quite sure, then just use the default settings. So yeah, that's basically everything that I usually did to create this workflow. Now let's do some testing. Okay, first I'm going to click this button to select an image on my computer, and I'll select let's try this image. This is from the Artemis 2 mission. It looks really cool. And well, that's basically it. So after that, click run and just wait until it finishes. It should only take like several seconds to finish. And yep, it's almost done actually. Okay, so the preview should appear down here. And yep, there you go. We got the result. It's a very slow movement. So if you like the result, you can actually open the active menu and then click this, click download, and it should be stored to your computer. So let me just open it. And there you go. So it looks really cinematic. I mean, it's really amazing that it is from just a static picture, but it's almost like a video. Now, let me try another picture. So one thing here that I haven't mentioned is make sure that the image resolution is not overly too big. If you have, let's say, 3000 pixel image, it might struggle. So just make sure that it is no more than 2000 pixel. That's my recommendation. 2000 pixels, either it's the width or the length. Just make sure that it's not overly too big because it can affect the performance of the model. And also, if you want to select a different preset or different animation, then well, again, I'm not an expert on this, but usually the way I change the animation is I'll just add the workflow again, the node again. Let's search for depth flow, and I'll select, let's say I'll use, let me try circle. Let's try that. And I'll just, just connect that new node to motion, and the other one will be disconnected automatically. And I'll just run that again. I believe there is a better way to do it, but again, I'm not an expert, so I don't know what is the best way. So that's how I did it. And yeah, there you go. So this is the result. It's almost like 3D. Now, it is not perfect, by the way. If you look closely in some of my examples, you can see that there's some weirdness in the video, like there's some stretchy effect. So that's why I do recommend to choose a photo with a background that is not complex, because it's going to be a lot easier to just hide that imperfection. Now, there is actually a way to add some AI model to fix that, but that's beyond my pay grade. But if you know how to add it, then go for it, and you can experiment from this workflow. So yeah, that's basically how you can create a workflow to turn a static image into a cinematic, really cool 2.5D video with some camera movement and parallax effect locally on your computer. And if you like this video, then I'm sure that you are going to like this video up here as well. So click on that, and I'll see you there.